It got so bad to the point that I began to feel lost.
Right now, for some days right now, it's basically about being, I want to call it depressed, but
The
unhappy.
question I kept asking myself was, what will make me happy? How can I find my purpose? This feeling of unfulfillment in life, and that makes people very depressed. Working towards a goal that will never come to pass. You have been lied to. Please, you're not too young to start. The only limit you have is up. But when I came out with a purpose, and overall I was happy. There are three phases to this, so here's how you can get started. I'm very excited for this one, mostly because people have been asking me this question in real life, and I thought maybe people are asking the same questions online. And yeah, and I'm going to be running you through my worksheets and how to actually get to find your purpose in this video. So let's get right into it. So I call this worksheet Expedition. This is the ultimate journey to self and success in life. This is a worksheet I created based on my personal experience, which I'll be sharing with you in this video, and hopefully by the end of this video you should have found your purpose. Hi, I'm Samuel Muria and the founder of SASDEV Studios, which is a YouTube editing agency. And in this video, as I said, I'm going to be running you through my personal experience on finding my purpose in life. Thanks for taking this bold step, and welcome to the rest of your life. You can only stick to set goals when you have an ultimate purpose in life. That's when goals become clearer. And in this video, I'll be guiding you through why you should get started right now, the exact strategy I use to get started on my journey to finding a purpose and personal success, the 7th step I take to achieve any long/short-term goal, how to stay motivated and build discipline in the process, bonus tip on how to get ahead of 99% of people, which I feel is very essential for those people who want to just churn things quickly, or they feel they wasted time in the past and want to just move things quickly. So I'm going to be running you through how I got this whole concept of expedition. When I had completed high school, I got back from school with a lot of goals, a lot of things I've actually listed out. Like I actually listed things out, like things I'm going to be doing before I get into college and stuff like that. But I could never get started on it, and it got so bad to the point that I began to feel lost. Like I didn't know what I was doing. I felt quite empty, like directionless, purposeless.
Right now, for some days right now, it's basically about being sad. I want to call it depressed, but unhappy.
I was just on a content spree. I was watching this video and this video on like maybe how to find something to do, but I could never really stick to it. But it was at that same time that this concept of dopamine detox came out. And yes, you'll be performing the dopamine detox, but stick around. It's not going to be like anything you've seen before. So I got into this state of dopamine detox, and I noticed throughout the whole process, the question I kept asking myself was, what will make me happy? How can I find my purpose? And I asked myself several questions, and then it was not anything structured, but I structured things out in this video, which I'll be running you through later on. But this wasn't a structured thing, and I just kept on puzzling. But when I came out with a purpose, and that made me to be laser focused on goals. Like I was running through goals like as if they were nothing. Like it made me to find more purpose, and overall I was happy. I felt more happy. I felt more comfortable in myself because I was doing something that was actually beneficial to my overall view of success. And I hope at the end of this video you will have found a purpose. Why many people don't know or want to know this? So there are quite a couple of reasons why people don't know their purpose or even want to know their purpose. Number one is lack of self-reflection. So lack of self-reflection is actually a big problem, and it's becoming bigger and bigger every day with the advent of technology. We have things like social media, which takes away a bunch of our time. Yesterday I checked my screen time and it was 9 hours. Like 9 hours, that's more than a third of your day. Imagine spending more than a third of your life on your phone like this. Like to me that's crazy. Like more than a third of your life. You spend a third of your life on your phone, you spend another third on sleep, then you spend the third doing what? You probably still waste the other many third. But yesterday I guess it was mostly because I was shooting videos and I shoot on my phone. That's why my screen time was probably high. Another one is fear. a lot of people are scared of a lot of things. Number one is they are scared of what people think about them. People are scared that people think about them and say, oh my god, this guy is too ambitious, or he's dreaming too big, or he's working towards a goal that will never come to pass. Another fear is a lot of people have this fear of what if I fail. And this is actually a very big thing. Like, this is a very big reason a lot of people don't know their purpose, but no one actually really cares. I'll get to that in a second. So another reason is comfort. Comfort is actually a very big one because it's part of human nature. When we get to a certain point where things are just enough, it gets so comfortable that we forget about our overall purpose in life. But later on, it gets so bad to where we begin to have this feeling of unfulfillment in life, and that makes people very depressed, and that's a very bad feeling. Another reason why a lot of people have not known their purpose or don't want to know their purpose is because of the limiting beliefs they have imposed on themselves. And it's actually a very big problem because some people believe, okay, I'm from this country, that means I can never be rich, I can never make millions. And these limiting beliefs are just so crazy because we impose them on ourselves so much that we don't do anything to be on that journey to our success. We want to get away with those limiting beliefs, but I'll be explaining how to do that later on in this video, so stick around. So now, why you should start this journey right now. And I go as far as to say that you have been lied to. These are a couple of lies, actually 6 that I compiled that you should get out of your head right now. Number one is getting a degree is the safest path to success. I put success in quotes because it's not. So most of us feel, because of those limiting beliefs and those societal norms and family norms, that if you get a degree then you're successful. But I know a lot of people who completed and had a degree and didn't even get a job. I know of people who completed a degree that they didn't even like, it wasn't their passion, it wasn't anything they had dreamt of, and now they are not happy in their current job. And I know of people who completed a degree of something they loved initially, and right now they don't love where they work, they don't love their job, they don't love what they do because they never had a purpose initially. They hadn't discovered this. And this is into people my age, as teenagers, because we believe that, oh my god, if I get a degree, yeah, I'll be successful. But get that out of your head. The second thing is, I really hope you like this video, and if you found this video useful in some form, please leave a like. It's actually going to encourage me because I spent a bunch of time cracking up the way I actually went through this journey to success, and there are going to be more videos coming out on how to make money online, how to stay motivated, on how to really get things going. If you like content like this and like content like that, please leave a like, subscribe, comment the videos that you want to see in the future, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Back to the video. Your parents will save you. No one is coming to save you. Take up responsibilities. So you usually have this feeling that, oh my god, I'm loved by my parents, they will save me eventually if this happened, if that happened. But as I said, everyone cares about themselves a bit more than they care about you, even your parents. So you should understand that no one is coming to save you. You have to work on yourself, you have to take up responsibility. And this was actually something that struck me on my own journey. I think I read a book where they gave this exact same principle. It was just so crazy for me to wrap my head around, and I was just 16 at that point, and this is a lie you should get out of your head. Your parents aren't coming to save you. No one is coming to save you. So take up responsibilities. The next thing you should get out of your head is the thought of failure. I think I've already explained that enough. The next thing you should get out of your head is someone else's definition of success. Please throw that away, because if you carry someone else's definition of success up until you're quite old, you still have that feeling of unfulfillment, and as I said, it will lead to this feeling of unhappiness. Please do away with someone else's definition of success. Another thing you should also get away with is you're too young to start. Please, you're not too young to start. Yes, you can. You're not too young to want to do those things. Society also places this stuff on us, where having this big dream of making wealth and all this kind of stuff at a young age, it's like a bad thing to have that in mind, but it's not. You're not too young. It's not bad to dream big. As I said, the only limit you have is up here. Another thing you should get out of your head is you can always start later. You're all going to die one day. Imagine you die tomorrow. Like, you can never tell the exact day you're going to die. I'm not wishing any bad thing for anyone. A lot of bad things happen, and you could die any day, and you do want to like come out and be like, oh my god, this is how I actually spent my life. Will you want to like remember the time I used to play video games? I remember the time I used to watch this movie and blah blah blah. Like those are not things that are fun. Things that are fun is I remember when I used to go out to these deserts or go around to Dubai and travel the world and donate to charity and give to things that are bigger than yourself. So there's a 7-step system I created to achieve my personal goals, which I'll walk you through. But we will only want to achieve goals when we have an ultimate purpose. That's why you're not consistent and you don't feel motivated to achieve set goals. I've already said this earlier. So I'll be sharing this soon, but first we need to find your purpose. There are 3 phases to this, so here's how you can get started. Phase 1. In this phase, you're going to be on an intentional and constructive information and content hunt. This is the most important decision you're ever going to make. So you really want to be informed. Consume information about potential things you might be interested in. Ask people around you, browse the internet or watch videos, etc. This will most likely be in the career aspect. So look at metrics and numbers like paying, net worth, richest person in that niche. You want to have people you can replicate and also be the best. We always want to be the best at everything we do. And also look into a day in the life of people who have taken up that career or that life path. You want to see, oh, this is how their day goes, and if that resonates with you, if you personally love that, well, that's fine. And also use the 5-word experiment. Now this 5-word experiment is something I created where I'll write this down on paper with words. Write 5 things that you think I'm good at, then also 5 things that you feel I'm not good at. And when I write this out, I'll give this to friends, to family members, and they'll write things out, and this gave me enough information and context to work with when going to the next phase, which we'll be going into very soon. Finally, you need to learn how to meditate, because this is going to be needed in phase 2. So look up videos on how to meditate and how to go about it, the essence of it, because it's going to be needed in phase 2. Phase 2. In this phase, we are going to be detoxing and reflecting. Let me explain. A detox is a period set out to resensitize the dopamine receptors in your brain. The dopamine. Crazy. This involves identifying behaviors that you turn to too frequently for a quick boost of dopamine, essentially. Many things like social media, gaming, watching TV, taking a break from them for a few days or week. For the sake of this exercise, we're going to be taking a break from all of this, and this process is going to last for 3 days to a week, depending on how you want to go about this. But please don't make this more than 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It's not ideal. So no phones. You might want to keep your laptop for work. No social media, no forms of games, no outing, no chocolate, no novels, just you and your mind. Caution: if you won't be doing this, please click off this video, because the rest of the video is not going to be of importance to you, and clearly you're not taking this seriously. And permit me to be harsh, because this is actually a very big decision that you're about to make, so you should make time for this. This is what a normal detox day will look like. You wake up, you exercise, you eat, but not too much. As I said, things like chocolate and other foods actually bring up this dopamine spike. The point of this detox is to avoid any external stimuli from affecting the decision you're about to make. You also meditate. As I said, you should learn how to do that before coming to phase 2. You're going to reflect for hours, write thoughts down, and also you're going to sleep. Not complicated, right? So these are the typical detox they look like. And now for the next step, you're going to get a new book and define this concept. You're going to define what success is, and your definition matters most to you. Let me help you out. Here are 8 things to reflect on to get the best definition possible. And as I said, this social media, they take away this self-reflection that we've been missing out on a lot on. So this meditation brings us to this sense of mindfulness. You know yourself, you know how you feel, and stuff like that. And number 1, you want to understand where you are now. So you want to really think and reflect, where am I right now? What am I able to afford? What am I able to do? And just really think about this. And then anything you think about, write it down. Number 2, you're going to cultivate an abundance mindset. As I said earlier, this is not a bad thing. The Bible said something, as a man thinketh, so he is. The only limit you have is up here. And also, try to give to something bigger than yourself. Oh my God, I want to have the biggest software company in the world. You want to create a software to solve a bigger problem, like it's a genuine problem that is like something very bad, and you are trying to solve that. Oh my God, when I get rich, I'm going to donate to charity. You're giving to something that is bigger than yourself, and in the long run, this actually brings more joy than anything else. Number 4, throughout your blueprint, as I said, you don't want anyone's definition, you only want your definition. Number 5, think about things that bring you joy, things that make you happy, that when you do them, maybe if you give to someone, or if you serve someone, if you draw, if you paint, they make you happy, genuinely happy. Some people drink alcohol and they feel happy, but that's not something you should write down. Things that bring genuine happiness to you, please write those things down. And also find your gifts. You want to go with the current. You don't want to go against the current that is already flowing. You want to go with the current so that it just carries you along. You notice that things come to you much more simple and easy. Find your gifts. If you don't know your gifts, you should know that everything on earth is a skill you could learn, literally anything at all. Online, offline, formal, informal, you could learn anything. You want to write your story. So this also helps you to discover a lot of things about yourself which you might not have known. You write how you grew up, things you encountered, some stories that will just boom in your head, and you write those things down and turn them into life. You want to also visualize your future. You want to really think, meditate, oh my god, if I make money, this is how I'm going to build schools for underdeveloped places, this is how I'm going to do this and that, and this really helps you to stay on track. The next step is to write down 12 things and skills you lack now, but you need to live that life. It could be more, but it's always ideal. But what you notice is that even after writing this long list, you might not even need even half of them to get to that life that you want to, but it's just good to have a long list for preference. So let's say you want to own the biggest tech or software company in the world. To start up, you might need money, might need communication skills. You definitely need communication skills. You want to learn programming skills. Some form and knowledge of programming skills will be good. You also need a team, you need a perfect body, you need to read always. You need spirituality, you want to still be connected with God. All those are good things, etc. So now that you have everything listed out, right, you're going to perform these 7 steps. So those 12 things you listed out are your goals that you want to achieve throughout your lifetime. You're going to pick one. You are finding it hard to pick one to get, like the one I'm talking about, you're going to pick one that you're going to get started on right now. If you are finding it quite difficult to pick anyone, this is what you do. You have this imagination. If you could wave a magic wand and one of them will come to life, like one of them will happen in the next 24 hours, which one will you actually pick? And boom, it's actually going to like jump out on you, and that's the one you are going to pick. Usually it's the one that will have the most impact on you, like right now at the moment. So you're going to transfer it to a clean sheet of paper and write today's date. You're going to set a deadline for it. You're going to write out everything you need to accomplish it. You're going to organize it into a sheet of paper. Then you make it into a checklist so you can easily check them off after you accomplish. You're going to take action every day. So this is the 7-step protocol I take for pretty much every goal I want to accomplish, and I've been using it since when I discovered this, and it's been mind-blowing. This is an example of how things are going to look. So let's say it's programming skills that have the greatest impact on you right now. Maybe if you learn a programming language or a programming software, it's going to have a big impact on you right now. So you're going to transfer that to a sheet of paper, set a deadline. Let's give ourselves a year to become very good at programming. Then write out things that you need to accomplish this. Remember why you went into an info spree, because during this information you're not going to have access to the internet so that you won't get distracted. So that's why we went on an information spree, so that we already have all this information and ideas in mind. So it could look like this. You're going to need logical reasoning, problem solving skills. You're going to learn how to actually write codes, and you're going to pick the ones that are necessary to develop software. Maybe you could even buy a course to learn this. So you're going to be picking out things that are going to help you during this process. You could connect with other programmers and work on mini projects, etc. So you're going to write things out, going to organize it based on how you're going to start. Then you're also going to put this into checklist and take action, do something that is going to move you forward every day. Then now we are done with phase 2. We're done with the whole reflecting. We've defined our meaning of success, and now we're going to be moving to phase 3. So in phase 3, if you've come this far, you will have a sudden surge of motivation. But the problem is, this motivation is exhaustible but sufficient enough for us to build discipline. So what we want to do now is use that initial exhaustible motivation as a drive at first, which will be used to reinforce discipline later on. Here's how to do that. How to stay motivated and build discipline in the process. Create a list of non-negotiables that you must do every day. So I recommend you wake up at the same time every day. I wake up 5:30 a.m. every day, which has been quite difficult, but I've been trying my best to. So you're going to work out every day. Yes, you're going to work out every single day. You're going to read. You're going to do things that actually move you one step closer to your purpose. So this is actually quite simple. And also, you're going to time block your day as accurately as you can. I actually just created my time block, and that has revolutionized the way I think, the way I operate, and that has made me have less time to have more frivolous pursuits, more impulse scrolling and stuff like that. So you should have a time block of that almost as accurate as how you picture your day to be. And also take time to think of lapses and changes that you can make in your physical and digital environment. If you're on the right track, this will happen inevitably. You should also try to see how you can change things in your physical environment and digital environment. If there are people that you talk to online or in person that are going to cut off this stream, or they're not just going to help you, they're not going to help you in any positive way, cut them off. And if you're on the right track, this will happen naturally. Abraham Lincoln said something. He said, if I had 6 hours to cut down a tree, I'll spend the first 5 sharpening the axe. And also, as I promised, if you want to know how to get ahead of 99% of people, you want to click the video to the left, and it's something very quite simple. It's something I've been implementing over a very long period of time. Thank you for watching this video, and remember, start something today and always have faith. I'll see you on the next one.